Hi garden friends, today we are out in the greenhouse and we are going to go over a seed haul that I got in today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't even remember what I all ordered. It's so crazy. What did I get today? Oh my god, you guys, it's the one that I'm most excited about. It's the Chinese wallflower. I cannot wait. It is a type of celosia. If I can find a picture that I can insert here, I will. That way you guys can see how beautiful this is. So let me get these separated from vegetables and flowers, and then we'll go through them and you guys can see all the new things that are going to be brought to the garden this year. We are going to start off with our vegetables because that's the start of the show, right? Is our vegetable garden this year. One of the first things that I ordered that I was really intrigued by and wanted to try was this Romanzo Italia broccoli. I don't know how to say it, but I thought that this was so cool and so beautiful. So I cannot wait to try this and have this into my garden. Everything that I have here today, I'm going to be having seed start because I have an annual seedling sale for my local friends to come and buy my seedlings for their gardens. Okay, let's go over all the tomatoes. I have quite a few of tomatoes that I am trying this year. I think I'm going to be getting off of the like blueberry, cherry, and all those like Brad's Atomic Grape. Although I love them and they were really good, I think I want to focus my attention more to like production and putting away. So I heard that the San Maranzo tomato was a really good paste tomato. So this is one of my paste tomatoes that I'm going to be growing. I have this, and then I have the Hungarian heart. So the San Marzano tomato and the Hungarian heart are going to be the two paste varieties that I'm going to be growing this year. And then, of course, we couldn't go without our slicers. So we have this big one, which I thought was really cool. I can't say that name, you guys. And then we have the classic beef steak. Of course, we can't get away from the classic beef steak. These were really good last year. And then the Kellogg's breakfast. And then finally, you guys, I finally was able to get, and I have been trying for 2 years, the Jalapeno pepper. I've tried 2 years to get this in. Okay, and these, I have grown these in my garden before, and it is the paprika pepper. I want to try to smoke and dry this year where I can put it up for spices because I love paprika pepper. I was running low on the California Wonder, so I did order some more California Wonder Bell. It shows that it's red, but it's actually the green variety. So, and I'm really hoping that the celery really does do well in my garden this year. This is going to be my very first time, but I do think that it's going to be tasty and something unique. Alright, the next thing that I got, and I got the idea to try these from Jess at Roots and Refuge, is the rutabaga. I'm so excited to be trying these. She says that these are really nice and tasty. What I read on Baker Creek is they're kind of like a turnip. So if you like red top turnips, you're gonna love the rutabagas. You guys, the next thing that I'm growing in my garden is I am so excited to try. And it is the strawberry spinach. The leaves are edible, and then the red berries that are on there are supposed to be really good. So I cannot wait to try this red spinach in my garden this year. And of course, I grow these every single year, and it is the red noodle beans. I can't get away from them. I think the main reason I love growing these is for like the beauty it brings to my archway, you guys. We are in the garden and I want to show you guys something. This is crazy. Is this not beautiful? I love walking underneath my archway with those hanging. They're just absolutely beautiful. And I don't think I'll ever eliminate them, even if I don't eat them every year. I think I will add them to my garden just for the whimsical beauty in it. So, and I am so excited about this. The main reason that I am excited about this is because last year, incorporating all the beautiful flowers into my garden just brought me so much joy. And I loved it so much to go down there and pick me a bouquet with sunflowers and zinnias and coxcombs, which is celosia, which I just learned that this year. So I'm also taking this advantage to welcome the picking flowers as a learning opportunity for me. I'm the type of person that loves to learn new things every year. How beautiful that is. Absolutely gorgeous. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream. Aren't those so pretty? I grew those. So beautiful. I can't believe these came out of my garden. I don't know if I'm going to be successful. I'm probably going to have a lot of failures. Well, let's say learning opportunities in the garden this year. I did want to talk to you guys about something that I actually invested in, and I recommend to go, if you are interested in growing cut flowers for your garden, to purchase this book. You guys, I have read this book, and I mean almost completely through in like 3 days. It has got a ton of information in it. I highly recommend it. It's the Floret Farms Cut Flower Garden. I am completely out of my comfort zone. But with the year that we had, why not? Why not try something new? Why not do something that is going to bring so much joy to me and others? Here is one of the, well, actually it's not one, it's a lot of flower seeds, and I'm so excited about this. The one thing that I've got, and maybe I might not be able to grow a lot of all this in my garden, I am going to try a little bit of everything, and I've got a design out and stuff like that. I'm trying to make sure I've got all my zinnias together. Ooh, you guys, this one right here I am most excited about. Last year I wanted to grow these in my garden so bad, and I could not find the plants from Proven Winner. I could not find the seeds anywhere, and actually this year Baker Creek had them, and it is the Black Eye Susan vine. Is that not beautiful? Is that not gorgeous? This year it's going to go on the front of my archway. That way we have a big pop of color right before you walk in with that shower of noodle beans. Is that not going to be amazing? Oh, I cannot wait. All right, now we have our zinnias. And zinnias last year became one of my favorite things to grow in the garden. They were beautiful. They went amazingly well with the sunflowers. And this year, you guys, the plan that I have with the sunflowers is I'm going to have 5 session planting. Like 1 week I'll plant like however many we'll hold in that bed, which is probably going to be around 100. And then like every week and a half, I'm going to plant about 100 seeds. That way, by the time I'm cutting on this bed, I have this bed growing, and then, you know, I'll replant them as I cut them out and empty the bed. So the first one that I'm excited about on the zinnia is the polar bear. Look at that, you guys. Is that not beautiful? That is white. I've never seen a white zinnia. Oh, I cannot wait to see this one. It's going to be so beautiful. And then I've got the Queen Lime series. I've got the Queen Lime orange. Is that not beautiful? I cannot wait. I've never ever grown the Queen Lime series. I'm super excited about this year. And then I have the Queen Lime Blush, which is kind of like a pink color. Alright, and then look at this beautiful. I tried to grow yellow zinnias last year and they did not come up, but I did not grow the Baker Creek kind. So I'm really excited about this. It is the Canary Bird Yellow. Is that not beautiful? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bright, beautiful. It's going to be so pretty in the arrangement. And then the Lime Green Envy Zinnia. Is that not beautiful? You guys cannot even believe how many colors of zinnias that they have for zinnia colors. It's that, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Amazing. Alright, and then we have the El Dorado. Look how beautiful. Orange. Bright orange. Beautiful. It's kind of like, it's an orange, but like a peachy coral color. So pretty. And of course, with another lime green color is the Queen Lime. The Queen Lime. But do y'all see the difference? One is lighter than the other. So we're going to have lots of colors, lime greens and stuff. So I'm really excited about those zinnias. Brings me to Bells of Ireland. You actually, in some areas, you would sow these in the fall for them to come up in early spring before the last frost. So I know that I'm going to be planting these soon because these will go out in the beds before our last frost. So they can handle a light frost. Did not know that. I learn something new every day. So that brings me to the Apple Blossom Snapdragons. The Snapdragon is also a cool flower. It can actually take frost. Honestly, I have some Snapdragons right now in the garden that reseeded itself, and they have been growing all fall and all winter. I mean, they were under snow and they've had hard frost, and they are still growing and have green leaves, and I'm pretty excited to see those in my garden now where they're at. I don't necessarily want them there, so I'll let them grow until I'm ready to get rid of them. But last year, we all know about the beautiful salvia in my raised beds. And I'll insert a picture right here to remind you what that looked like. This year I got a mixed color variety of salvia. This is so beautiful. It's got the pinks, the purples, the reds. The next thing that I am going to be trying are asters. You guys, I've never even heard of asters. Didn't even know this flower existed until I started digging into this book and doing research online and on YouTube, and I fell in love, and I'm gonna try to grow them. Am I gonna be successful? Probably not, but that's not going to stop me from trying because I am super excited. So here is one of the asters that I bought and going to start from seed. And then stalks. I don't really know a lot about this flower. It might be something that I will be adding just to my raised beds and not as much to like the picking flower garden that we're going to be extending out to. But how beautiful are those? The stalks are beautiful. I seen them and fell in love. And then last year I actually tried Gumphrina, and where I planted it, if you guys remember, I planted it around the base of like where my grapes were, and I had the purple and white variety, and I still have seeds of the purple and white. So I wanted to add a little bit more color to go with that, because you can put purple and white with a mixture of things, and then whenever we get into the fall colors or even the summer colors, we will like reds and yellows and oranges. So I got the mandarin orange Gumphrina. And this is the one that I was so excited when I opened it, which is the Chinese wool flower. So this is something new that they added this year. Is it a picking flower? I have no idea. But I'm going to grow it anyways, because why not? It's going to be beautiful in the flowers, right? And then Status. Status is one of those filler flowers that I'm going to be using along with like sunflowers, zinnias and stuff. Status is a really, really good filler flower. So hopefully this is going to do the way that I dream, and hopefully it all comes together. And if not, at least I brought joy to me and others around me, and that's bigger than anything that I could actually make money-wise on my garden. And then the next thing is yarrow. I don't know much about yarrow, but I just thought this was beautiful, and I thought that I could use it as a filler in the bouquets. So I'm really, really, really excited about it. I did want to talk to you guys that last year, honestly, was the very, very first time that I had ever did a gardening journal. And whenever I say a gardening journal, it wasn't really like a journal. It was just a calendar, and that's what I used. And the very first thing that I planted was kale on January 15th, and it worked really, really well. It was being able to write these things down whenever I planted and when something sprouted. That way I could go back and be able to see, okay, well, oh, I planted kale Wednesday, January 15th. Well, kale sprouted on Friday, January 17th. Started pepper seeds, sprouted on this day, up potted on this day. This year I want to do better. So what I invested in was a gardener's logbook. It's a little bit smaller than this, but what it has inside is like a plant log. See that? It says the plant name, flower, vegetable, fruit, herb, how much it costs for me to get the seeds, date germinated, date planted, location, sun, partial shade, fertilizer, pest, watering, date bloom, harvested, and notes. I think that this is going to benefit me. Does this mean this is the only thing I'm going to use? No. Because I like being able to go back and look at dates. And this is not a calendar. This is just a log book. I found this on Amazon, so if anybody is interested in it, I will link it down below. I think this is going to be good for me to go back and have notes on how something grew in the garden, and that way next year, whenever I start making my list and my plans, I'll know, hey, did I like status in my garden? Did it germinate well? Did it perform well? Was it utilized? And stuff like that. That way I don't make the same mistake on ordering something that I'm not going to like in the garden. I mean, it's, you know, I think that if I would have had a book like this in my garden like 2 years ago, I would have been able to say, Brad's Atomic Grape was really unique and pretty, but it wasn't the sweetest tomato. Am I going to grow it again? And I did. I grew it again last year, and then I didn't eat any of it. I don't even think that I ate one single Brad's Atomic Grape last year. I'm just going to be honest. So I'm also still going to just go and get a regular calendar. Just a book calendar in April. Okay. For example, it says last frost date. This is what goes by the research that I did. Last frost date last year was predicted to be April 11th. So I knew that the prediction was April 11th. Well, what happened is that I went out and I had planted stuff in the garden. I actually had it documented. Plant out entire garden on April 12th. The day after my last frost date, which was Easter this year. But then I also went in and I documented April 15th frost, April 17th frost, April 18th hard frost, lost marigolds, damage to mint, lemon balm, turnips, radish, and buy flowers. You know, I need to go and buy flowers. So having this, I now know this year, just because my last frost date may be predicted to be April 13th, which let's see what is Henrietta's last frost date for Okmulgee, which that's the largest nearest town from where I am. It says it's April 10th. So, I mean, last year it was April 11th. So I now know that, yeah, I can start all these seeds according to April 10th, April 11th, but I'm going to wait an additional week before I plant my garden. So that means that instead of planting the entire garden out on Easter, I'm going to wait till like April 19th, 20th to plant this year. Just because, I mean, the cold hardy stuff like my peas and all that, those were fine, and they were already like 3 feet tall by the time the frost. But, you know, having that journal, that date, those types of notes to know what happened last year is going to help me make decisions for this year. My garden provides me a lot of food for my family. It doesn't provide me enough food to where if the grocery stores closed that we would have food. And I know that that is what a lot of people strive for. And that is something that I would really, really like to do eventually. I have a big garden, but I don't have a huge garden like some of these people do that have those abundance crops and stuff, because honestly I haven't ventured up to that because I'm just learning how to preserve and can and freeze and how to store and do this. Like, we harvested the sweet potatoes and I was so scared. Like, I actually ended up, you know, I tried them as soon as I harvest them and they were not good. Sweet potatoes are not good if you don't let them cure, and I didn't know that. So, you know, I'm still in the learning process. Does it mean that I'm not going to be able to feed my family? Absolutely not. Does it mean that I'm going to be able to feed my family solely? No, I'm not going to be able to, but I'm working towards it to where if I ever need to, I can, because we learned a ton of stuff this year, like, you know, getting the chickens and being able to get their eggs. But then I ventured into getting milk goats. So eventually I'm going to be able to supply milk for my family. And then this year we also got to try our hand at raising meat birds. And I got, you know, I was so nervous about that because honestly, you guys, I have never like never intentionally killed anything other than like a bug in my garden that was bad. So to raise the chickens up from baby chicks and then, you know, dispatch them, or, you know, I was so nervous. I felt like I was gonna throw up. I honestly did. But I did it, and I prayed over them, and I thanked them for the sacrifice that they were giving me for me and my family to eat. And actually, honestly, I have one of them birds in the oven right now cooking for dinner. I know I'm on the right track. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing for me and my family. And I'm super excited about that. So you ask why I'm going to do flowers? Well, because I want to bring people joy. I want to see them happy, and I want to see them smile and have this feeling that, you know, there's happiness, because we all need that happiness. We all need that in our life right now. And I do believe that God is calling me towards this. And you guys may think I'm completely crazy, but have you ever had something so much like in the depths of your stomach, like you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this? And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now, doing this picking flower garden where I can, you know, make bouquets and see people smile and happy about it. It's like in the depth. It's like in the depth of my soul, man, to sit here and think that I'm going to be supplying vegetables for my family and for other people. You know, last year I come out here and it was like when we went back to work, and I come out and I had like an abundance of kale and lettuce and all kinds of stuff, and I just went in there and I just started picking and picking and picking and picking. And I took it to work. I took it to work and I put it out on a table and I said, free vegetables. And everybody loved it. Everybody was messaging me wanting it. And it brought me so much joy. It brought me so much joy to know that I grew that. And I'm giving it to others, and it's making them happy. So that's why I want to do it. That's why I want to do the flowers this year, because, you know, I just feel this need. I have this want and this need and this void to feel that I want to bring happiness and joy to others, and by doing that, I'm going to bring it from my vegetables and my flowers. So that is why I'm doing it. Well, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this type of content, and I know it's something new. I know that it's just me sitting talking to the camera and it's not showing you guys. I'm hoping to get better at doing these videos and bringing you guys content and teaching you about things. Yeah, I know in the past I've only been able to just show you guys what I'm doing and not really teach you what I'm doing, and that the teaching part is what I am like passionate about, but I just don't know how to do it. I don't, because the way I learn things is not the way everybody learns, you know. So, but I do hope that I brought you guys some inspiration, and I've given you some information that you guys can take from this video. And I hope that you guys are so excited about the upcoming garden this year, and that you're going to follow me along about all the adventures into the garden, and as we adventure onto flowers and see where it goes. Hopefully it's all going to come together. It's going to come together regardless if it's the way that I plan or not. Something's going to grow, and we're going to bring happiness somewhere with my vegetables and my flowers. So I'm really excited about that. If you haven't already, please subscribe, where you don't miss any of the upcoming content on the channel and you don't miss anything going on in the garden. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you for watching. God bless.